Welcome to, I don't know if this is Thursday or Tuesday's episode yet, but we will see. Let's just double check that I'm recording. All right. And that is recording. So, what a trip.
What a trip for sure.
Okay. So what I did was lots of people had questions for us about our trip. So I went on Instagram, I put a Q&A box and I was going to do it on the flight, but our flight got delayed 6 hours. So it ended up being an overnight flight. I didn't get the Wi-Fi, so we never answered any questions. So I figured we would pick the most popular questions that everybody seems to be asking, and then we would go over them. So the biggest question that people have, and I can probably answer this one because you had no clue, was how the meet and greet came to be. So... And you were asking us, you were like, did you know before we went to the UK?
Did you?
No, we didn't know.
Okay.
So you knew this part. So we arrived in London on Saturday morning. And then on Sunday, we were just out exploring. And I got a text message from an American cell phone. It just had, and I checked the area code because the text said, "Hey, Renee, it's Tommy with Harry." Just so casual. "Hey, Renee, it's Tommy with Harry. We saw on social that you guys are headed to the concerts this week. Would love to connect." And I was like, you guys were up walking way ahead of me. So my heart started pounding. I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, I didn't believe
the message.
It's just weird, right?
Yes, exactly.
So I responded saying, "Tommy who?" Because the way he texted it was like, I should know who he is. And I was like, "Tommy who? And how did you get my number?" Instead of being like, "Oh my God, that's so awesome." "Tommy who? And how did you get my number?" So then he gave me his name. I Googled him right away. I looked up the area code to see where it was from. And it was in the US somewhere. So then it made sense. It was one of his managers. So I was like, okay. And then when he told me that he got my phone number from one of the Grammys producers, I was like, oh, okay. It's legit.
It's all clicking in.
Yeah. So that was that. And I was just like, oh yeah, we flew in on Friday, and he still never really gave any kind of indication of what was going to happen. But in my mind, I was like, they must, because why would you say would love to connect?
Yeah,
because all he said.
Are we going for a beer or something?
Yeah. Because all he said was, we heard, you and your grandma and your mom are here for the shows. We just want to make sure you guys have everything you need. And I was like, okay, yeah, we do. And then we didn't really hear anything. And then Monday when we were walking, we had just gotten off the train and we were walking into the stadium area. And then I got a text message and I saved it in my phone as Harry Styles PR. So the text came up and I was like, uh-oh, here we go. And he was like, "Hey, what time are you guys arriving for the show today? Would love to take you guys here." I'll read it, what it says. 1 second.
I didn't know none of that because I would have been hightailing it out of there. Oh my God.
Things over to me too, and then I was saying, "Oh my gosh," she said, "Should we tell her? Should we tell her?" And I kept saying, "I don't know."
Yeah. So So when he said, "What time are you guys coming to the show today?" I said, "We just got off the train. We're at the arena now." And we had our t-shirts on. So I took a picture of us and sent it to him. And he was like, squad, fantastic. And he said, "What size do you guys wear? We wanted to pull a few things for you. Would love to bring you backstage before the show, if that's okay."
And you knew all of that and you didn't tell me none of that?
I was literally I told my mom, I whispered it, you were walking up ahead and I was like, "Mom, they're going to take us backstage before the show. Do we tell Meme?" We decided it would be better to not tell you, and then he was saying like, yeah, like just keep it a surprise.
Yeah, it was really good because I lost my voice with anxiety on the way down that hall.
I didn't want you to like ruminate about it because we were there kind of early, so we had like an hour and a half before we would have went backstage to see him. So I was like, okay, let's go get some alcohol.
Oh my God. That's when we went and got the drinks?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we went and got drinks. Everyone was, taking pictures with my MEMERE. Like, were you shocked at how many people recognized you?
I was shocked. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm saying, where are they all coming from? Like, what's going on here, But they were so nice. Like, you couldn't say no.
Yeah,
but
everybody
I kept saying,
was so
like,
nice.
they were coming out of the woodwork. They were coming all over the place. Yeah, they were nice. And I could see it. The ones that didn't come, they kept staring and looking and talking to each other.
And it was like young girls and like
older
women.
It was
yeah.
it was just
So after that, yeah, we went to our seats and he was like, where are you guys sitting? And so I gave him our seat numbers and I was like, do you want us to go meet you somewhere? And he's like, no, like we'll come get you. So I'm sitting there watching the clock.
And they said it would be somebody with
a black jacket and pink suspenders. And I was like, okay. Because then, they put me on a group text with like the other people from Backstage that were going to come. And I was like, okay, so I'm just waiting there, like waiting to see a person.
Meanwhile, I have no clue.
Meme has no idea. She's just
Taking
like listening
pictures.
to the opening band, like
and taking pictures with the young girls that were asking me to take pictures, and that was mind-boggling enough.
What did you think when that girl came and got us?
That's when. Okay, then I started to say, "What's going on?" Like I'm not dumb. I kept saying, "What's going on? What's going on? Where are we going?" And I did not want to panic, but I could feel my okay. It's like, what can this be? We did nothing wrong. We're not being arrested. We're not being arrested. This is why it just kept getting, my anxiety just kept getting worse and worse, and I kept trying to tell myself, "That's what it is. That's what it is," but you don't want to believe it, But when you kept holding my hand, it's a good thing because I was going to run the other way.
And they were really, she was rushing us.
Really rushing us.
Yeah.
And that really made me
You were
nervous.
ahead and I was with her.
Yeah.
And as we're walking down in front of a barrier from the back of where people were
on the
standing,
floor.
like people were reaching out like to
Oh,
touch her and talk to her. I thought,
And the
what?
big smile, and it's like I was
Hi,
like,
I'm from Canada. I recognized you right away. And
Yeah.
they were all so happy because I guess
Yeah.
they figured out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Backstage.
oh yeah, it was and I was like
And she was going, she kept holding her still.
it's just, I don't know why I get like that because I'm very comfortable with him. It's the surprise element. Like I like to, to think things over. And
Well,
but
ruminate. You would have sat there like ruminating, like. So
yeah, don't say this, do this, and maybe that's what they like, that
The
spontaneous of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, how did they know that you guys were coming there? And the guy told us, one of his managers said that they were tagged in a bunch of TikToks and stuff, so they knew that we were going. Then we went into this little room backstage where they have like food and drinks and couches and sat there.
Very zen.
Very like zen. You can't
Yeah.
hear anything that's happening in the stadium.
That's the one thing I noticed.
It was
like,
silent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He asked us,
Yeah.
can I get you anything? Like we have water.
They
LaCroix.
were
Like they said, we're very healthy back here. Like it was all just.
the fridge is all full of healthy stuff. But
Yeah.
they were like so nice, so welcoming. I was not nervous with them once I got there, and I was talking to, who's that?
They were very calm.
Tom
Calming,
and Tommy.
yes, they
Yeah.
were very calm. Somebody's eating at the table, having
And I
a little
think that's
snack.
what they
That
were
was-
doing is just having a nice conversation.
That was his
to
little PR.
diffuse the situation, just to.
the guy that was sitting at the table, that's was it a woman or a guy? He said that's the PR because they said.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they said you should be his PR. And
Yeah.
he said PR sitting at the table, and he was having a snack. Just really, nonchalant. And I was having a conversation with that gentleman, not making any sense because I just don't know what's happening. I know what's happening, but I'm just not, all the questions that I ever thought in my mind after the Grammys, that if I'd ever see him again, that I would ask, and all of this, they weren't coming to my mind. Like, believe me, what did I tell that guy? Come see us. We'll give you a hayride or something.
That you said that to Harry.
I said to Harry, come see us. We'll get you a hayride. Oh my God! See, I don't remember.
Yeah, because we were talking to, I guess, his management for 10, 15 minutes.
Yes.
And the whole time I'm just like, keep looking at the door. I'm like, I know he's going to walk in here any second. And then, he walked in and
I did not see him walk in. So I'm still talking to that gentleman. And I think that was sort of like a plan with them, eh? So all of a sudden I look and he's coming towards me singing that Reunited and It Feels So Good. I'm saying, okay, like give your head a shake. Like I just don't know. I had something in my hand. I forget what it was.
water.
My water. So I put it down and I grabbed his hands and he's just so... It's like it just makes you feel so at ease, But I said, in the split moment, I said, I should get up, but I don't think my knees were going to bring me up. I had to keep sitting there, Then he sat beside on the, it was again mind blowing, but it's all me because he is certainly calm and cool.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have seen him come in through the door, but I'm looking here. Then I would have been able to compose myself a little bit more because I don't care. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Like when he's just very, when I see him, I just say, oh, okay, this is what you should ask, but it's not what comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's just
the best question that he asked, because he's just like, oh, like, when do you guys fly in? Like, how was your trip? Just like, casual conversation, and then he's like, so what brings you to Coventry? What brings you to Coventry? I'm like,
She says you.
No, he said, I says, well, let me tell you something. I says, like, they kept saying they wanted to go see
Kensington Palace.
Kensington Palace. I said, I just want you to know one thing, Harry. I would never taken this kind of a flight unless it was to come and see you. That's when he asked. He says, well, did you go see it? And remember we said, yeah. He said,
nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
So what brings you to Coventry? What? Yeah, and that's what people were saying. Like, he's so, like, humble. Like, he can't fathom that, like, we're there because we're going to your freaking concerts. Like,
it's like it's like he's honored to see us. Like, I don't know how, it changes the whole vibe when he walks in because he's so at ease and you're saying, why am I so excited? Like, he's so at ease, He was so...
So somebody asked if we met his mom. So his mom came to the second show. And the funny thing is, for the second show, when we went into... Because we were in the pit... for the second show as well. And as soon as we got in there, it was like nonstop people wanting to take pictures with my MEMERE. Like she's like getting in line to take pictures and talk to my MEMERE. And we were like, she was trying to eat and like we had just gotten there. It was...
That went on for like a good hour.
It was nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were polite and everything, but I kept looking at the lineup. And after every one, I tried to take a bite, and the next one would be coming.
Yeah.
Like it
We even
was
had
cute.
somebody in the crowd because I kept saying, Mom, you gotta eat. And somebody in the crowd came over and gave me a little granola bar and some
Fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks, said just so she can keep her energy.
Like the cutest. Harry's fans are
Like, really.
the cutest, nicest people. It's crazy.
And that's that whole concert, and that's what draws me to that is there's love all around.
Nobody is in anyone else's.
Like his
Yes,
vibe
yes.
is that, and like there's no pushing.
There's no pushing.
no.
Everybody has
everybody's
space.
talking.
Like everybody's nice. And
Yeah. Or, if you're standing there and they see you're sort of jotting your head to see, they will move over. They'll say, oh, come here. They'll bring you there, give you a spot. They're like that's what I like about it. It's not like, and even it gets loud and everything, but it's happy. There's happy people. Yeah. know every one of his songs, every word of his songs, and he's so cute on stage. And he controls a crowd like I've never seen anybody else. No one he does is, I've never seen anybody being able to control a crowd the way he does on stage.
But actually what I found like really surprising is he is like way cuter in person than he even is on stage.
Yeah, he's
It
adorable.
was shocking too when he was sitting there, like he is.
And he does. It's not slashed with makeup or anything
No,
like
he
that.
was
He's just a gem. He's just a gem. That's all I can say.
So the second concert, when everyone was lining up to take pictures and stuff, and it was going on forever, I took a picture of it and I sent it to his manager, and I was like, oh my God, like Meme is getting, bombarded with people asking for pictures and wanting to talk to her. And he was like, do you guys need us to move you? Like, do you need to be somewhere else? And I was like, I'm like, no, everybody's really nice. And then
what you did say,
I did say, I was like, well, if we could sit with Harry's mom, my MEMERE would love that. But
She was there that night.
because I knew she was there.
He had told me that because when at the end of the interview when he left, I said, "Say hi to your mom," because I just think she's a special lady. I say hi to your mom. He said she's going to be here tomorrow night. She'll be here for the concert tomorrow night. So we knew that she was going to be there.
Yeah. So she was tucked away with a bunch of her friends.
And can you imagine? No wonder. Here's me sitting there, and I'm getting worried because can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
There's no way possible that woman could sit in an ordinary seat to watch her son, because just me, and it was just like.
I saw a video online of her dancing. So it was like all security around her, and she was on like the back corner of the floor, I guess. But for the most of the concert, I think they were in one of the boxes.
And what got me to the heart is when he's on stage and he says, "Coventry, this is a very special night. My mom is here." Is that what he said? Yeah. My mom is here. Well, everybody went crazy. He's just a real mommy's boy. He just loves his mom and the family. Yeah, you're right, Renee. That would be a big thrill to meet his mom, and his sister is very. The whole family, I guess, that's how he was brought up in that environment. So how can he not be the way that he is?
So everybody asked, same as after the Grammys, what does Harry smell like? And we've come to the conclusion that he must not wear cologne or anything
No, because I mean,
maybe in social situations, but
on a date going out, I don't know, but I would be lying. I'm not going to invent to say something. No, I've never. But you had a good answer, Renee. You had a good answer. He smells like kindness.
Yeah, it smells like kindness.
That's what he smelled. Yeah.
So how much time did we get with Harry? 15 minutes, I guess. When we went backstage when the opener was still playing, right?
Red Legs, yeah.
Yeah, so then when we left backstage to walk back to the pit, his intro music was already playing. So it was, he had to rush, because I remember thinking, we talked to him so much, and then they were like, oh, okay, let's do photos, and that part was kind of rushed because his concert was starting and he had to go.
And I never even told you that. And how crazy it is. I'm sitting there talking to Harry Style. He's with me right there. When he left, I said, "Oh my God, we're going to miss the start of the concert. We just left him." And I'm running to make sure I'm not in the crowd to watch the concert. I said, I must be going. He's with me. He's got to rush to go.
You're like, "Harry, get out of the way. I got to go see Harry."
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me see if there's more Harry questions. He didn't react to our t-shirts.
No,
because everybody was curious about that. Is he joining our family for the holidays?
Well, he's invited. I don't know if he would.
Yeah,
for the hayride.
Yeah, my MEMERE was explaining that, where she lives, there's no paparazzi and it's very quiet, and we could take him on a hayride.
And it's the gentleman we were talking to before, a part of his staff, when he says, he said, we could just fly over. fly over, drop him with a parachute. We'll welcome him.
But yeah, you asked something about the hayride thing, and I was like, I doubt he even knows what that is.
I know. If there was somehow, I'd like to send him a text or something and say, okay, let me explain what I meant about the hayride. Yeah, he's probably saying, what is that?
And then
fun.
the best was when he was leaving to go do the concert.
Yes.
Was it you, Mom, that was like, break a leg?
Break away. And I say hi to your mom. Break away.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay. What was our favorite part of London? Like, what was your impressions of London as a city? You had never been there before?
No. I love London. I love the city vibe. The countryside is beautiful because we took those trains. I just love it. And I don't know if it was just the aura that we gave out, but everybody's so friendly.
Crazy.
So
helpful. We never
and
let them
helpful.
carry our luggage.
Yeah,
Like,
the gentlemen will come up to you. No, we'll
Never
lift that.
stand
It was
on the-
just,
on the-
I love it.
Literally shocking. Like, from the moment you land in the airport, and we took the subway a lot and like
Yeah.
trains, not once, like, you wouldn't struggle with like bringing your suitcase up the stairs for more than 2 seconds. Somebody's like, let me get that for you.
Yes. Yep.
Like, and people always say Canadians are nice, and when you come to Canada, everybody's so nice. And
Well, we sure didn't find that last night when we flew in. Well, honestly, I just about got, I was ready to go to jail.
I heard horror stories about Heathrow Airport,
And it was
yeah, it was
awesome.
like
They were
seamless.
so friendly and happy, like
Complimenting me on my
their
T-shirt.
bags, they
Remember
were
that lady
laughing
that was at security?
Yeah.
I go by and she's, oh, I love your shirt. Like they were so nice. They're not.
So nice. And it's weird because I never in my life have been like, oh, I want to go to London.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Oh, the
I've wanted to go to
buildings.
Paris. I've wanted to go to Amsterdam. But never have I thought twice about
you know
London.
what? I would go there again. For
I
a holiday.
100%. It's
What impressed
super
me the
expensive.
most is how well maintained, like
All their
old
buildings, yes.
They keep the integrity of the buildings, and it's maintained. Like everything is nice, not crumbling and falling
Yeah.
apart. Or
Yeah.
it was very impressive.
Oh yeah, very
Like
impressive.
the shops. And I'm happy that we took that hop on, hop off
Yes,
bus
all the-
because we never would have seen those.
Fashion district.
Yeah, that area at all. And that, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God,
Can
I
you
want to come
imagine
back.
just taking the day to walk through those shops?
Yeah.
It was kind of funny because I had the headphones on the tour on the bus, and they were, as they do on tours, she was talking. She says, now we're going into the district where the shopping is. She says, that's where I go, but I can't buy anything. That's what the lady said. She
Yeah.
says, that's where I go, but I can't buy anything. That was cute.
And when you look up London, there's lots of other areas of London that people say are like so incredible that we didn't even go see, like that Covent Garden.
Yeah.
We didn't go to Hyde Park.
Well,
We
drove
drove
on the bus.
past
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
also the London Bridge area. Like, we didn't go on the other side. I know Charlie messaged me saying there's like this big market on the other side of the river that she said is like incredible. There's so many
Yeah, we
places
just
that we
didn't
didn't
have
even
time.
see.
No,
Like,
no, had we known.
Think about it. We were there 5 days, and 2 of that, but we were in
Coventry or Leamington, yeah, which was super cute. Yeah.
And our Airbnb that we stayed in it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
The last one.
So that was
Yeah.
it wasn't through Airbnb. It's a thing called Plum Guide.
Okay.
It's like Airbnb, but it's like a vacation rental thing. But yeah, that was really nice. Anywho. So what was your favorite part of London?
My favorite part of London. You mean as a trip or?
Yeah, like what did you
Well, of course.
of the city?
Oh, it's majestic. All their buildings, like your mom said, like all
And
that.
it's interesting. So we looked up the population of London
Oh,
because
and
we
then-
were curious.
And it's clean for the population.
Super clean.
Super clean.
So the population of London is almost 9 million, and we were like blown away. And then I was trying to figure out what city would compare to that, and it was New York City is almost 9 million as well. But it's a completely different vibe, and I think it's because there's no skyscrapers. At least where we were. I don't know if they have like a downtown core.
The greenery and all their
Greenery
buildings.
and flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But you're in the middle of a city. Like it felt super quaint, but you're in a city that has 9 million
That's the
people.
thing,
It's
it
crazy.
felt quaint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so nice. I want to
And
go back.
our visit at the Kensington Palace was good too.
Yeah.
So it was not that. Oh yeah, the tea was really good. We got a lot of things on that. A lot of flack for that for being us, which is what we are.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I learned not to stick out my little finger when I drink. Renee told me that. She read. I was under this old, and I had read. I'm from the old school, I guess.
Yeah. We got a lesson. There was one restaurant that I looked up because I thought, oh, we should make a reservation somewhere where Harry Styles goes to eat in
Yes.
London, and I found this restaurant called Sketch, and it looks so interesting, but they were all booked up.
Yeah, and they're in that fashion district.
It was in that, the
shopping.
bus went right by it and I recognized it. I was like, oh, that's that
And
restaurant.
you know what? I think that's the one not too long ago, just previously before we went down there, that there was an article that came out, him sitting there with his manager or whoever. His name's Tommy too, right? The one that was sitting with, yeah. And there was a picture of them sitting there eating outside.
What's your favorite song of his show that he performs?
Oh, Renee,
Yeah.
that's so hard. So hard.
My favorite part is when he
I love-
talks to the crowd. That's like the best part.
It's the whole show. I know the way that it's very hard. I love every one of his songs.
The Matilda.
Oh,
When he sings
Matilda's been-
Matilda, like you look around the crowd, like
The people are crying,
like,
some- yeah.
crying, they're hugging each other. Like there's a lot of mother and daughters in
Yeah,
the area. where we
Matilda
were
is very,
standing.
very good.
Yeah,
I did
it
ask
was-
him when we were there because I love Boyfriend too.
Oh, yeah.
And I did ask him that, but
You asked him
it
if
was
he
off.
was singing
Yeah,
it.
and he says no because he's added 4 new songs to his tours.
Did he sing it in L.A.?
Boyfriend, yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he didn't. But he added the songs that he did add were really, really nice
You
too.
told
I
him,
love him.
You asked him if
Oh
he was
yeah,
singing it, and he said no.
I says okay, then I'll forgive you. Because I was saying I send that to Molly.
yeah.
I said I have a granddaughter, and I text her that song every morning because she has boyfriend problems sometimes. Why I would say that to Harry Style, as if he
I bet
cares.
She loves that.
Yeah, he says, I bet she loves that. That was
Yeah.
cute. I text her that song in the morning. Oh, yeah. But really, like, all of his songs, I really like Late Night Talking.
Yeah.
I love that. And I always relate to that when when Dan was working overseas and stuff like that. And, like, I love that song. Adore You is like, Little Freak. But, like, I love that song, like the message.
He
in
didn't
there.
play that either.
He
right?
didn't. No, he didn't play. He had. I think I think my opinion is that he added songs that were special to Coventry because they
To
went
the UK.
crazy to the UK because they went crazy when he did those songs. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the way he talks to the audience and the jokes, and he's funny. He's comical. He's
Yeah, it's
just
so funny.
There was a woman in the crowd gonna have a baby that day.
Do that day.
Remember, he says, "Okay, get the hot water," and what else did he say? Make sure that's on standby.
Yeah, he's so funny. What else? Did we sit together on the flight home? Yes, we did. And when I woke up in the morning of our flight, I got because they text you with flight updates, and I opened my phone and it was like, your flight is delayed by 6 hours. So instead of leaving at 4 p.m. London time, we ended up leaving at 10 p.m. So it was like turning into an overnight flight, because initially I was like, oh, I can watch shows, listen to
Yeah.
podcasts, like not a big deal. And then leaving at 10 p.m. meant that we arrived at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5:30 a.m. London time. So it was fully like an overnight flight.
And I have to say, Renee does not do well on
Oh.
sleep. She was turning into
Like,
a zombie.
oh my God. I was like, I look over at you and you're reading your Kindle, and I was like, I can't even fucking open my eyes. Like, my eyes are like,
The same when I was flying with you. I'm playing on my iPad.
yeah.
Dude, like I can see it happening. Like,
Yeah. So when we got on the flight, at 10 p.m. I watched the 2-hour Call Her Daddy episode with Ariana. So that took up 2 hours. And then I had also the Vanderpump Reunion on the iPad, and I downloaded some Housewives episodes. And I was like, I literally can't keep my eyes open. So I just closed my eyes for like almost all of the flight. I wasn't sleeping, but I was just...
She has her hoodie all the way up. Yeah. She has her like travel pillow like this.
You're lucky. You're lucky somebody didn't ask you for your autograph. You look like a star trying to hide from the public.
And then the lady that was sitting beside me, like there was the aisle beside me, and then they kept their freaking light on.
And the blind on the
window.
On the window.
Up. So like I could see sunrise, and then there's a light like shining in my face because it was pointed right at me, and I kept looking over there, and I was like, oh my God. But yeah, and then eventually once we were, I think 2 hours from Toronto, I listened to some of the Toast episodes because I was like, I can't open my eyes, but I'll just like listen.
And to add to that, we land in Canada after being with all these friendly people, friendly people in London. We landed at the airport, and we went through customs.
Which was fine.
Everything was
You
fine.
print out your little white ticket. We all just got like a mark.
Put the mark on it. So we get to the very end, and they said for us to go.
No, you guys got through fine.
Yes. Okay.
Because as you're leaving the baggage area, you have to give them your little slip that they printed out for you at customs. So we go through like nothing to declare. But it's funny because Harry's team gave us every single piece of merch that was at the show to each of us. So we went there with just carry-ons. And we were like, shit, like we have to get a bag to check because the amount of stuff was just nuts. So I found this huge duffel bag. We packed it full of Harry's merch. And then as we're going through customs, it's like, do you have like more than this amount of money in like goods or whatever? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what if we have to explain to somebody at customs? Like,
just Harry Styles gave us
Harry Styles like gave us a duffel bag of merch. Like, it looks like we stole it or something, and we're gonna come sell it in the Canadian market. Like,
now that I think about it, that was a pickup.
It was fine once you like divided it in by 3 people. Like, it's not that crazy, I guess, because we were allowed so much. Worth of stuff because we were there for X number of days. So anyways, we get our little custom slips, go through, our bags come. As we're walking out the exit, you hand them your little custom slip. You guys go through, and then he looks at me and he's like, yeah, just take this slip and your passport and go through those doors. And I was like, oh my God. This is where I have to explain that Harry Styles gave, like, this is terrible. And so there's a customs officer.
4'11".
Yeah. This woman standing there, and I go to give my mom her suitcase because I was carrying 2 suitcases before I go through these doors to talk to somebody else. So I go to hand my mom her suitcase, and she's like, whoa, like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, this is her bag. I have to go through these doors. And she's like, you guys traveling together? And we were like, yeah. And she's like, I had already like started walking towards the doors, and she's like, well, all 3 of you can just go. And I'm like, okay.
And not nicely.
Very
stern.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like
rude.
For us, it's like 5 a.m. We haven't slept. We just came from like the land of happiness. So
the land of happiness.
Yeah, like we were just at Love on Tour for 2 nights, spreading kindness, and this customs officer is like, "You guys just go through together." So I'm like, "Okay." So, as I'm walking away, I forgot the suitcase because I had already handed it to my mom. And so I guess she assumed that I was leaving it for her. And as I'm walking through the doors, she goes,
I'm not going to be bringing your suitcase for you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be carrying your suitcase in there for you. Like, so rude. It took me off guard, and I looked back, and I just burst out laughing because I was like, is this serious?
Took me off guard. I turned around, and I says, welcome to Canada, and I could feel my hair all going up in my neck. I said, no. Mom, yeah,
Stop it.
get.
Mom, relax.
Oh.
And the best part is your T-shirt said "treat people with kindness." I thought about that.
Obviously, this girl doesn't know how to read. Doesn't read.
Yeah, like holy, like. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, "That's your job. Like, this is your workplace. Can you imagine being so miserable to people?"
And standing-
but it doesn't mean
No.
that you can't be nice.
No, because
You
we had
realize that people are coming off this
We had
long flight.
experience.
Not
all the
even.
way
It doesn't
through.
even matter
No, but-
what the situation is.
Yeah.
Like, who treats people like that?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
just absolutely.
Standing there, I
Nuts.
turn around because I was, she's got her hands on her hips. They're 4'11", like she thinks she's Godzilla. I don't know. It was terrible because you're tired, like you say, Renee. And you
So then
didn't
we
need
all
this.
go through the doors. There's one customs officer sitting there at the desk. We hand him our passports, and he just says, "Okay, exit through those doors." I was like, I was prepared to have to explain, like, okay,
The
Harry
merch.
Styles is my grandpa. We went to Coventry, like, and nothing. He was just like, "Okay, go through those doors."
No, it was just her. I don't know
Oh.
where she came from. But anyway.
Anywho,
That was
that was our only hiccup. And it was when we came back to Canada. So,
yeah, like I thought, yeah. Anyhow,
and the hotel that we stayed in, and that was pretty.
Citizen M.
Yeah, but if I would have been staying in that room, they would have had to lock me up.
headlines would have been,
Yeah.
loses.
Granny loses her shit in London.
It was all with the iPad, and I couldn't even put the light out at night. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
The
everything, the
moonlights
whole
and-
room was run through an iPad. Like the lights, the blinds, the everything, the temperature.
Thank God I slept with Renee. If I would have been in that room, I'd probably still be able to be in there.
Yeah. Anyways, well, did you guys have a good trip?
Yes. Yeah. What's
really?
our next one? What's our next trip, Renee?
I know, I said West Hollywood, but
Yeah.
But
Oh,
really,
yeah.
Renee, like none of this, like these memories, none of this would have happened without you. Like,
No,
like
for
you
sure.
really-
For sure.
why?
for
Because
sure.
I'm crazy?
No, you're just.
No, it's just that Renee, because you're
You just
a
make it
go-getter.
happen.
You make it happen. Like that's
We're
something.
super thankful.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks, guys.
These are memories
Yeah.
that
I
live
think it's
on
my
forever.
ADHD.
Well, keep
Do,
on
where
keeping on.
do you get that from?
Yeah. If I get something in my mind, I'm just like, okay. Like,
But I
let's go
told
do
her
it.
all of that
Really?
when we went to Los Angeles. I said it was just mind-boggling to me because I would have just kept saying, we should go see him. We should
Yeah.
go see him. But then I don't plan. The next thing I know, tickets are bought. We're on our way.
Yeah.
That's
Renee
it.
doesn't think about that. Now, when we start adding up all the expenses.
Oh yeah, we're
when
sending them.
statement come in,
Yeah,
I'll
we're
say,
sending them.
"Damn."
We're sending them all back to you, Renee.
Oh yeah, so
Unknown
when
address.
this is so funny. This is like a perfect example. When I got that text message, I'm half asleep. It's like your flight has been delayed 6 hours. In my mind, I hate flying. I hate not sleeping.
Especially at night.
I'm so uncomfortable. I hate nighttime flights, like hate. And so I panicked. I was still half asleep, and I'm just like on the Air Canada app. I'm like, upgrade. And so I upgraded to premium economy. I literally almost did business because I'm psycho. But I was like, okay, premium economy, upgrade it. And then later on that day, my mom was like, how much did it cost to upgrade to premium economy? I was like, I don't know. I panicked and I just I remember it was like, as soon as we woke up, I'm like, Meme, pass me my purse there. I'm still half asleep. I have my visa. I'm like, I didn't even get up early. I didn't even go pee yet. I'm just like,
And I'm sitting there now
My
that
guess
she's
is it's
saying,
never been your heart suit.
No.
Like,
and I'm sitting there now that you're saying that when we were sitting at the seats that you upgraded, and I just about said, but you were not. Well, you
I was
weren't in a
half
bad
asleep.
mood. Yeah, but I was sitting there, geez, maybe we should have upgraded to the business class. And, not even thinking. I think we're all crazy. I was going to say that. We're sitting there because I've seen they started to shut the curtains. They're going to go to sleep. And I've traveled there before, going to Chile and that. So I was just going to say, geez, we should have upgraded to the business class. And then, like you say, when the visas all come in there.
Well, we sure had some like laughing fits.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, Renee took a...
What?
After her second concert, when her mom was walking out of the Uber,
My ankles had it.
My mom did not wear proper footwear. She had shoes, but they were flat
Reeboks,
sneakers.
oh, they were really fancy. Mine were granny shoes, but I could walk back home.
Everything stiffened up in the Uber.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was funny. So many things that we. Oh yeah, it was a great trip. Great souvenirs. The only drawback for me is then when I got the news that Tina Turner died, and then I did receive, looked on Facebook, and one of my very good friends has cancer, and it blows your mind away because you're away, you're enjoying your life and all that. So I'm sitting there, so my son's texting me, my son Rock's texting me, so I text back, I said, okay, what I need to do next is to find out what kind of drugs Betty White was on because I don't want to go anywhere anytime soon. If I can hit my 99, because my life has been so good. Like I say, like Renee, like this is all, that would never happen without you, But
Well, that's
I'm
what I
glad.
always think. Like, so many people are like, "Oh my God, it's my dream to like go do this
Yeah.
or do
But-
this," but
and that's what it
nobody
is, a
takes
dream.
initiative
No.
to go do anything.
Yeah.
But in fairness, not everybody can.
They
No,
want
but
to.
plan it out, like maybe not on a whim,
No,
But still, Renee.
yeah, finances. I understand that, but people think as soon as you have to travel somewhere, like people just think like, oh,
yeah, it's too.
it's too much, like it's too.
Well, I think a lot of people, their initial response is no to anything. Like when you ask something, they'll say, "Oh no," But then
Well,
they
they're
really sit
they're
down and think
complicit.
about it.
They're happy where they are. A lot of people, they're not. They don't.
The experience. Like,
Yeah.
They say collect.
Some
moments
people don't like
on
to
things.
travel. Some people don't like to travel.
Yeah.
Remember,
But they have
people
special
before booking the LA concert, everyone's like, "Oh no, she's not going to be up for that." Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just keep planning those concerts, Renee.
yeah, she was not up for that at all.
And I remember when Renee told me that they were worried. I said, "Ask me about those things. Don't ask anybody else. Don't ask anybody else." No. That's and we've been fortunate, like your mom says, because they've all been. We haven't had anything really bad happen. Like
Like travel wise.
yeah, nothing. Everything went pretty smoothly. All our and Renee with her famous, well, we'll just call Uber. We'll just call Uber. I wouldn't even dream of that. I'd be standing at the corner of my luggage waiting for a bus.
Yeah, because getting around is so easy, especially in London with the
Oh my
subway
God.
and the Ubers
They're
and
just so good at that. Like you.
everything is just on your phone. Like it's just
Renee, I keep asking you, how do I get on Instagram? How can I see all these hairy posts? I'm not that good. I try, but I'd be lost. I could never do what you did, with your phone,
yeah.
like finding the locations and the Uber. But I agree, Uber is the way to travel. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even that night, look how long we waited after the
And then we
concert.
figured out that the cost for 3 train tickets
Was the same as an Uber.
taking an Uber, yeah.
And every time we talked to somebody for direction, there was another train broken on the track. We
Yeah.
figured we'd end up sleeping at the vendor. Yeah. No, that was very nice.
Okay, well, this has been a lovely chat.
And we get to drive 4 hours and go home.
You guys go home. I'm gonna chill, watch the Vanderpump reunion, catch up on work. Oh yeah, somebody asked how I'm so tall. My dad is tall.
Okay, let's straighten that out.
Yeah,
Everybody in the family's tall, but
Yeah,
me.
how tall's Liza? Liza's tall.
Liza's like my height.
Yeah.
My
And
brother's
Jesse, too.
6'2". My dad is 6'2". So that's why I'm tall, and they're little, shorties.
And I love that you're tall, because if I get behind a little bit, I just watch her, just keep looking at everybody else's head. There she is, with your scrunchie on your head.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go put on some hairy merch, and you guys drive home, and
Thank you very much. Yes, thank
I'll
you.
see you in June for Poppy's birthday party.
Oh, that'll be a good one too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.